Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for this video. It's about flying monkeys, narcissists, borderlines, histrionics, sociopaths, smear campaigns, and a bunch of other stuff about that. Before I get started, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, vote up or down, comment down below, ask questions, share it with somebody else. Thank you very much. So I get lots of questions about this over the years that I've been doing this, and I've made other videos about flying monkeys and smear campaigns. They really kind of go together, really. Flying monkeys, what are they? It's a term coined from the Wizard of Oz movie, where the Wicked Witch of the... I set myself up. East? The bad witch in the movie had her little monkeys with wings that went out and did her bidding for her, right? Her dirty deeds. So that's where it came from. And what it really is it's abuse by proxy. Okay? I'm going to talk about a couple different flying monkeys and a couple of different of the people who use flying monkeys. There are a couple differences here. So this happens typically after the relationship is over, when you go no contact with an abuser. Okay, someone's been abusing you. Typically it's after the relationship is over. Maybe you ended it, you're just not talking to them anymore, you're not doing what they want anymore. This is typically when it happens. The smear campaign can go on right after you know somebody. Literally, they could be behind your back talking bad about you for years, you don't even know. The flying monkeys is what they use to control you, because it's usually typically a sense that I can't control you anymore. Okay? So narcissistic leaders, the leaders of flying monkeys, the puppeteers, a couple different kinds. One, you have the kind of delusional victim, the false accuser, who may even be delusional enough to believe that you hurt them, raped them, beat them. Maybe they beat you and you fought back a little bit, pushed them back, and now you're the abuser, that kind of stuff. And they really are seeking a lot of attention by being this victim and poor me. They might do this in the relationship so that people feel sorry for them and stuff. Okay? Then you have, and this typically, let's say it's kind of the more neurotic, the kind of like borderline histrionic type. The number two, the nasty, toxic, wants control, may even want you dead. Okay, so classic narcissist, toxic narcissist, antisocial, sociopath, sociopathic, psychopathic, maybe just narcissist, high on that spectrum. This is the person that knows what they're doing. This is the person that cannot control you any longer. You want to do what they want, or you're not talking to them at all. Okay? This person, and you know, the sociopath I might refer to often during this video is I mean, once they own you, you're theirs, and they can't stand you, because the biggest thing they want from you is your loyalty in the relationship. And afterwards, if they can't have you, if they can't control you, they'll try to destroy you, and they may attack you on smear campaigns with flying monkeys from all avenues, in hopes that maybe you'll even kill yourself, commit suicide in their name. Yes, I did it because I can't take this anymore. Yeah, I broke them. Nasty, toxic. So flying monkeys. This is what I wrote some about flying monkeys. Unconscious and conscious, or self-righteous abusers looking for their straw man to scapegoat, willingly controlled by the narcissist to do their dirty bidding. So two kinds of flying monkeys, okay? One is the kind of naive, unconscious what they're doing, sometimes very gullible, unstable self, right? Because they aren't really true to their values and morals. They believe abuse is wrong. So they will, maybe your abuser that you aren't talking anymore, they'll get somebody to go relay a message to you. It might be a kind of dog whistling where the person relaying the message doesn't know it hurts you, but you and the abuser both know this message hurts you. Do you see that? And now that flying monkey, that naive flying monkey, doesn't realize they're abusing you for them. Abuse by proxy. Not excusing it, okay? Not excusing it, because that's just one scenario where they're not so guilty. Okay, but it's wrong, totally wrong. It's abuse, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. The number two, the other kind of toxic abuser, is the toxic abuser. Okay, they believe abuse is okay. Okay, so I know it sounds weird. Why are they abusing you? Because you abuse somebody else. It's that straw man. I want to hurt you. Lots of hate, angers. The number two, abuser. Okay, the toxic abuser, controlling all these people. Very often smear campaign involved. They really go together. It's to control the people around you because they cannot control you any longer. All right. So they will contact your family. Maybe they've never met them or talked to them before. This is the first time. They'll try to convince everyone around you how bad and awful you are, how bad and awful you are to them and to other people, and try to get them to do things to you to keep crushing you down, to punish you and break you down, and possible suicide. Okay? If you look at this behavior from the narcissist that's doing this, from the flying monkey abusers doing it for them, it's really authoritative. And what I mean, I'm going to use an example: capital punishment. So in this country, in the United States, we believe in capital punishment, and then the punishment actually varies from state to state. But a lot of states here will kill someone who's committed murder, homicide. They'll put them to death. Now, the only difference between capital punishment and murder and homicide, because here's murder and homicide is a premeditative act of taking another person's life illegally. Capital punishment is premeditatively taking someone's life legally. One says it's okay, one says it's not. Okay? Who decides that with capital punishment? The government. Right? The authorities. Okay? Who decides that it's okay to attack you and smear you and flying monkeys and abuse you and hurt you? Someone who seems very authoritative, very entitled, very important. My opinion is more important than anybody else's, and I will try to form your opinion for you. And you have gullible people who allow that opinion to be formed for them, because people who have an unstable sense of self typically won't form their own opinions for themselves. It's always somebody else's opinion they believe, and then they change and believe that person's opinion, and they just kind of believe whatever's out there and whatever somebody's telling them, who's ever new or the latest. That's your gullible flying monkey. The number one, going back to the number one flying monkey, right? The unhealed victim typically is depressed, full of hate, anger, and unjust. They just can't stand the injustice. They want justice. And they're mad at somebody for being an abuser, right? But they go and abuse that person. Not very true to their morals, sense of self, if they believe abuse is wrong, which this type does, but they still do it. And this is kind of the end justifies the means, isn't it? You're such a bad person, I know you are, and I know this is wrong, but if I do it, it'll get rid of you somehow, and it'll get rid of the straw man abuser type in society. So, it's very important to not react to this stuff, guys. I think we're all kind of been victims of this stuff watching my video right now, you guys. I think we've all been kind of victims, and the important part to do is when it happens to you is to not react. Do not react. Don't lose yourself. Don't let somebody change you. The emotional part that hurts, take care of that, okay? So we do what we can do and accept that it's happening. So we accept it's happening. We try not to see it. We try to block people from it. We tell everybody in our life. We try to have relationship support, interpersonal relationship support, being there for you, telling you opposite stuff, telling you good stuff while they're all accusing you of bad stuff. Go take a legal route if you want to. If this stuff persists and it's stressing you out too much and there's nothing else you feel like you can do, there are typically legal things you can do. And I don't mean just go ask a police officer and they blow you off. I don't mean go down to the police station and ask what you can do and they blow you off, or ask one lawyer and they say nothing. Keep going. Because a lot of this stuff is illegal. Okay? Also civil damages. But what's really important is to heal. Okay? This typically happens from an abusive relationship by somebody abusing us, and we need to heal from that relationship. I promise I promise it gets easier to handle. It gets better. Typically it slows down and stops at some time. Okay? And what we can do as a society, as a whole, is not react to people telling us stuff about somebody else we don't know, or famous, or somebody else we do know. Okay? Form your own opinion. All right? Take things with a grain of salt, stuff like this, okay? That's the least we can do, and not support and entertain in this kind of fighting. Don't try to keep defending yourself, okay? We don't need to defend other people. Just let toxic people be toxic, because without an audience, without us giving it attention, it dies, okay? I hope I went over a lot of the questions you guys have had about this. Like I said, I've had a lot of questions about this, and I know a lot of you are suffering about this. I have a link down below for Shane's Law Petition, who was attacked by nasty, narcissistic, flying monkeys and smear campaign for years, and he took his own life. Okay, you might want to go support that. Follow that link and say yes. And you can read about it, what it's about. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting this video. Okay, love yourself first. I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.